4 days next week, the eyes of the nation, at least when it comes to politics, will be on the Democratic National Convention here in Chicago. And while politics will be front and center inside of the United Center, outside, anti-war marches and security are also of concern. While the Secret Service and other federal agencies are taking point, Chicago police officers have received new de-escalation training, including more than 25 officers, also getting 48 hours of specialized training on how to respond to large-scale demonstrations and civil unrest. More than 500 officers from other departments will also be here to help out, although we are told their direct contact with the public will be minimal. So let's bring in NewsNation's Alex Caprariello, who is following all of this live here in Chicago. And Alex, the building behind you is going to play a key role if there ends up being mass arrests.
Yeah, that's right, Nicole. NewsNation was granted exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the courtroom that's been revitalized right here behind me, set aside specifically for the DNC. City leaders believe that there is a high probability of mass arrests during this massive political event, whether it's outside agitators or unruly protesters. But at the very same time, there are serious questions about how a new law passed in Illinois might open the door for criminal reoffenders.
Anyone who breaks the law, whatever their political affiliation or cause, will be held fully accountable.
There's genuine concern over possible violence and vandalism at the DNC in Chicago, just like we've seen from anti-war protesters in New York and Washington, D.C.
Then we centralized it to 26th Street.
But Judge Mary Marubio, who oversees Cook County's pretrial court division, is ensuring swift and fair justice for all.
Typically what we see in protest cases are nonviolent offenses. There's no reason to delay people's release.
Protesters arrested while marching on the DNC will be brought to this police station 5 miles north of the United Center. Inside is a retired courtroom with the capacity to hold nearly 100 people.
For the past 6 years, this defunct courtroom has been cleared out, used primarily for training exercises for new CPD cadets. But as you can see, these pews have been brought in, and this bench cleared off in the event of mass arrest during the DNC, with some of the worst offenders coming right here to see a judge.
The decision was made mostly at the suggestion of Chicago Police Department to centralize these unique set of circumstances, these coordinated multiple arrests. So it doesn't interfere with our day-to-day business.
Thanks to a new law called the Pretrial Fairness Act, which essentially eliminates cash bail, most arrestees during the DNC won't be required to appear in front of a judge. People obstructing traffic, engaging in reckless conduct, and resisting arrest, among other crimes, may still end up in handcuffs, but may also get off quickly with a citation and a notice to appear at a future date.
Is it possible that the Pretrial Fairness Act or this mission to quickly release individuals could pose more of a problem than do good?
I think that's a valid question. And for anyone who is charged with an act of violence, they may not be released as quickly. So there are consequences of a rearrest and violating the conditions of release.
Criminal jury trials have been cleared for the week of the DNC, and criminal judges from other divisions of Cook County have also been asked to clear their calendars in the event that they need to be called into action to help process arrestees. Also, an additional 30 courtrooms have also been cleared out in the very rare event that this courtroom overflows. Nicole?
Yeah, so preparations being made. So, Alex, lots of things obviously happen in the city of Chicago. There's recently been some events that did lead to multiple arrests. So how has that prepared the courts for the same thing if that should happen next week?
Yeah, in essence, Nicole, both CPD have really gotten a sort of dry run in how to handle mass arrests and also how the Pretrial Fairness Act works. Most recently, it was the Pride event back in May, in which about 50 people were arrested. Some of those were juveniles. They went through the juvenile courts. Others were cleared and released without any sort of charging. And then about 9 people did make it all the way through those initial court appearances. But really, that was CPD seeing how this could work. Again, this seems to be more streamlined because they know the DNC is expecting lots of protesters, somewhere between 10 to 30,000. But everything that we keep hearing from these high-ranking officials within CPD is that they are going to allow these people to exercise their First Amendment rights. They want to keep the peace as much as possible. We, of course, have in the back of our mind other protests and mass arrest events. Think back to 2003, the anti-war Iraq, where about 500 people were arrested, And then, of course, most notably, 1968, 7 days of clashing between protesters and police.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.